Tucked behind the shops and houses at the foot of Cromford Hill lies a curious walled enclosure known as the Bear Pit. Perhaps not the most obvious venue for an evening's entertainment, a few times a year this enclosure resounds to the merry banter of a gathering of those unusual types known as cavers. For at the base of the Bear Pit is the entrance, or perhaps more accurately the exit, to Cromford Sough. Now is your opportunity to join us on a small adventure beneath Cromford Hill. For most ordinary folk, the idea of willingly immersing oneself into the cold, wet darkness that is to be found underground is a most unappealing concept. Yet, like lemmings approaching the edge of a precipice, our team of cavers seems to relish the prospect. One by one, the cavers climb into the cold, muddy water and, unfazed by such delights, scuttle into the beckoning darkness beyond. Their objective today is to progress as far up the Sough as is practical and safe. Driven through a mixture of limestones and shale, Cromford Sough has always suffered from poor ventilation. High levels of carbon dioxide, known to cavers and mine explorers as bad air, are often found in the further reaches of the system and present a potentially lethal hazard for the unwary. The quiet bleep you hear throughout this adventure is not the dulcet tone of a cardiograph, but rather the reassuring sounds of an oxygen meter monitoring the air quality in the Sough. A number of shafts to surface in this initial section ensure that the air is always good here, and we can confidently make quick progress. A low silty wallow through the picked and blasted passage soon brings the explorers to the first ventilation shaft. Now coated in calcite flows, this was one of several attempts by Toad Man, the miners of yesteryear, to maintain a flow of fresh air in the mine. Progressing further, the cavers are rewarded for their efforts with a unique beauty. Untouched by miners for many years and seldom visited by cavers, the Sough has become decorated with stalactites and stalagmites, rich in colour and fantastic in form. Their growth accelerated by the effects of the acid shales, these splendid formations have formed within less than 150 years. There are few artefacts of any significance in Cromford Sough, but there are one or two miners' inscriptions. Just beyond the junction with the Beadhouse branch, the initials WF can be seen carved into the Sough wall. A further section of passage precedes the well-decorated second ventilation shaft. Further upstream, the character of the Sough changes as we enter the shales. A subtle warning etched in the mud alerts our team to the dangers beyond. The increasingly frequent beeps from our gas meter confirm that the oxygen levels are waning. We have reached the limit of safe exploration. Backtracking a little way along the passage, air quality soon improves again, giving us the opportunity to take a more leisurely look at some of the formations we passed earlier. Before long, the sound of rushing water announces our return to the junction with the Beadhouse branch, but the adventure is not over yet. While some of the team take a break, others set off to explore the side extension. A short scramble up the waterfall enters a smaller, drier passage in shattered limestone. Some distance in, this passes some unusually coloured flowstone and a couple of muddy crosscuts, before culminating in a flat-out crawl for as long as enthusiasm and girth permit. It's not long before common sense gets the better of enthusiasm, and our intrepid explorer's light can soon be seen returning along the Beadhouse branch. Back at the waterfall, there's now a good-humoured gathering of cavers, ready to start following the water downstream and make a break for daylight. Yet, there's still one more challenge to overcome. Approaching the exit of Cromford Sough, our adventurers are now faced with an interesting choice: to exit via the main Sough tail or via the Arkwright level into Cromford Mill Pond.
That's not the way out. Well, you can get out, yes, if you want to. Maybe they do. Yeah. I'm not fully involved, so I need to at least one. It's a bit awkward.
Dave, keen to reenact the classic underground journey, heads for the main Sough tail, closely followed by some of the others.
Oh, just can't manage to stoop. I thought the sun was still out. Would be misled. Well, when compared to the level that's Douglas in there, that's not too bad at all.
The more adventurous in the party head out along the wonderfully arched Arkwright level and to the entertaining exit via the Mill Pond sluice gate.
That's pretty awful, that, wasn't it?
That's bloody awful.
It's beaten.
How the hell did you get out?
I got out.
That's an interesting place to get out of. Yeah, we'll do. That is really gross. That last
Dead duck.
yeah, it's from just before the dead duck. It's just disgusting. Oh my word, this is interesting. Wiggling weapon is Have I come out the wrong way? No,
Either way,
that's
way carried it.
it's basically however you can do it. Because it's not that easy. Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, I forgot what I was expecting either.
Yeah. Remind me not to do that again.
With everyone out safely, a quick wash down in the duck pond entertains the residents of Cromford before we make a beeline for the pub. Today's little outing may be over, but we'll be reliving it soon over a well-deserved pint, and no doubt there'll be plenty more underground adventures to follow.